Nothing but half button presses the entire time.
It's funny that you actually bring up half an A press, considering what I'm actually doing. It's close. It's decently close.
Super Mario World.
Yeah, hell yeah. I decided to start right there. All right, let me go ahead and get my controller up here.
You have a special controller today?
Well, I've got my Pokken controller. All right, so starting off the stream, starting the game. Let's go. Whatever. That's just gonna be there, I guess. That's gonna drive me absolutely buggy. But yeah, I felt like playing Super Mario World. I felt like doing something nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
Something easy, something fun. You're right on the right track. Something that I can literally do in my sleep. Because I actually still am getting my sleep schedule, like, in order. I'm actually tired at the moment. Right? Thank you for sticking with me through that, Whip.
Standard troubleshooting at the start of the stream.
Oh, yeah. Can never do without it.
Bwarch stream without it.
I actually saw a tweet just today that was like, oh yeah, sex is great, but hey, have you ever had a stream without technical issues? The only thing that's weird to go back to, like, Mario World, that's gonna be really, really strange, and that they've gotten, like, way better about, obviously, in, like, new ones, in new, you know, Mario games. You can skip, like, everything. It doesn't even matter, you can just jump over everything. You just, when you go back to Mario World, you realize that a lot of it is just you jumping on things just because you want to. And obviously the cape is one of the most overpowered things in video games ever. And you're probably never going to see it ever again in a Mario game because of that.
Did you have this on, like, on console?
Oh yeah. This is one of those games that I've bought, you know, like 4 different times. But of course, you know, Nintendo doesn't have enough of my money, so they needed to, you know, take down Emu Paradise while they were at it.
Right. Of course. I have never paid for this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the polar opposite right there.
Yeah. I don't know if I might have had an emulator at some point. And then I played it at a friend's house. But I've never really gotten far in this game. Oh, excuse me.
That's interesting to me. Like, I've only 100% this game maybe once, but I've beaten it a good few times. Granted, I think I can understand not being completely 100% enamored with it. Because it is rather simple, rather fun, not a whole lot of challenge to it. Not a whole lot of mystique.
I bet it was considered top of the line when it first came out.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
People saw this and they were like, what? You can do that in video games?
For a long while, the conversation was, do you like Mario World or do you like Mario 3?
Yeah.
And for me, I never had an NES, so it was obviously, you know, Mario World for me. You're just killing yourselves. Why you gotta do this, Koopas? Why you gotta be like that? You have so much to live for. Hooray! Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi! On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. And then tragically, after Mario World, Yoshi would lose his voice and be mute forever on. Except for being able to say his name for some reason. As Whitetail mentions every now and then, as we kind of like think about, Mario World was extremely different in terms of like canon from like the rest of the franchise. Like this was still where like Nintendo was doing like fun stuff, so Yoshi talks. Yoshi never talks ever again. We've got like different Goombas in this game that look nothing like Goombas, but they still act like Goombas, except you like attack them slightly differently and they're not at the beginning of the game, and they're not the first enemy that you see.
back when Nintendo liked fun.
Oh yeah, back when
they
Nintendo they like fun.
They made fun games. But then Super Mario 64 came out, and it was all no more fun from then on out.
It got very, very standardized, obviously, the farther into the franchise that you go, until you come upon something like New Super Mario Bros. That lacks all soul whatsoever.
Yep, and they forgot to put a spirit in there. Yeah, you know, I don't think I've seen the charging Koopa players outside of, like, this game.
So there are charging chucks in friggin' 3D World.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's something that is almost exactly the same. I would be very surprised if it didn't have the exact same name. But that's the only place that I've personally seen them.
They're called in 3D World. They're called charging Churchills.
God damn it! Well, you know, Japan, they do hate their Brits. With all that wonderful, wonderful satire of satirizing, like, political, like, powerhouses of old. As Nintendo is wont to do. Huh?
Do they satirize, like, old British politicians?
I'm just charging Churchills, Winston Churchill.
Oh, wow.
I was building off your joke, man.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Over my head.
That's perfectly fine. Perfectly 100% fine. So
honestly, Winston Churchill is not, like, the first person I ever think of.
You say charging Churchill, that's the first thing I think of. Alright, so as for how much of this I'm going to be doing, I don't think that we'll be going for, like, the quick route. I think I'll be playing for, like, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling. Obviously, I'm actually gonna, like, be getting tired, like, very early on in the stream, so it might be a short stream, so maybe I will actually go for, you know, just a very quick Super Mario World run-through. But we'll see. Yes? 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 No! No! One more! Yes!
Imagine Winston Churchill actually charging at you.
It'd be horrifying.
In a Mario game.
In a Mario game specifically. Just out of nowhere, just a very enormously realistic, like, Winston Churchill. That's like 3 times your size. Because Mario is like 2 feet.
You thought you were playing a Mario game. It turns out you're playing an I Wanna Be the Guy game. That'd be amazing. Just to have a game, like, just change like that. Like, just all of a sudden. It's actually a game that I'm keeping my eye on that's entire gimmick is that it changes from 8-bit to 16-bit. In terms of graphics and possibly also, like, gameplay. It's actually coming out somewhat soon. It's called The Messenger. It's an indie game. It's based off of Ninja Gaiden kind of gameplay. That would be neat. What was it called again? Let me look it up.
The Messenger.
Messenger, gotcha.
Actually looks kind of good. The only thing that depresses me just a little bit about it is that it's got an upgrade system. You know me, I just do not like stats and like choosing between like different upgrades and whatnot. I just want like a character and then just to be able to master that character. I'm boring like that.
I mean, I gotcha. I just find it frustrating to like look at stats, but
yeah, because you never know what to do.
Yeah, that's all. It's the guesswork of the game, right? I mean, every game has a little bit of guesswork. You know, you can think about the numbers, and the numbers can tip you off, but you don't know until you use it.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I made that such a harder thing than it had to be.
It's just that it's harder to take back wrong decisions when it's like an upgrade system.
Unless they allow you to respec, obviously.
Right.
That's the nice thing about, like, Dark Souls 3, and apparently Salt and Sanctuary.
is that they allow you to respec down the line.
Hmm.
I think you have to do something very specific though in Dark Souls 3 in order to get it, because I still haven't found that myself. By the way, reason why I'm playing Mario World, kind of got sick of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne off screen.
Fuck Dark Souls 3.
I was so disappointed, yo, because like I was like, literally this was the thought process. I got mad at Bloodborne, and then you know I kept on thinking about how much fun I'd been having in Dark Souls 3, and I was like, oh yeah, I could go back to that. Like Dark Souls 3, that's actually a fun game. That's actually good. It's actually got a health system that I don't hate. And now I got onto like a boss that I completely fucking hate, like in every way. And the lead up to it was like one of the worst things. Because I beat a boss, and then, you know, I got the payout from, like, beating that boss, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I can just, like, wait until I see another bonfire to, like, cash these in, right? They're probably gonna throw one right now, you know, right in front of me. Well, what they actually threw in front of me was another boss. So I lost that payout completely.
Oh, man.
Just
That sucks.
50,000 currency. It was awful. It was, you know, one of the worst things ever. And now this boss is like, even beyond that, this boss is pissing me off because it's got like instant kill moves. And it like moves in a very strange way, so it's hard to like get its telegraphing like down completely. I found out the more that I've played them, the more that I hate like From Software as a developer.
I'm sorry you found out what truly is the worst thing ever.
Hey, Cynic.
Dark Souls. Oh yeah, hi Cynic.
What's up, my friend?
Cynic Bwarch just experienced the worst thing ever.
From Software video games. I've been talking with Cynic a lot about it. Cynic was actually talking about how Dark Souls 1 they actually view as like a much better designed game than Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 has a lot of things that Cynic thinks are not exactly great in comparison. Which is so disappointing, because like immediately on starting up Dark Souls 3, I was like, this feels better. Like way better than Dark Souls 1. And the movement and the dodging feels better. But some of the game design suffers like other than that.
Dude, I bought entirely too hot of chips.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
I got Utz Hot's hot pepper chips, scorpion pepper seasoning.
Ooh, scorpion pepper, man, dude. That's you gotta avoid that stuff, man. That's the bad stuff. That's the top of the line.
Where's that one at on the Scoville scale?
That is very high. That is extremely high with. It's like third down the list.
I guarantee you. So if I look at the ingredients, it's probably going to be the very last thing on the list.
What, like the thing that has like the least amount in the chip? I mean, even a small amount of that spice will kill you.
I had ghost pepper chips not too long ago, and they were very spicy, and the ghost pepper seasoning was all the way at the bottom of the list. I know, right? All right, let's see. Where is this at?
Well, I was talking about Cynic. I was talking about why I was playing Mario World, and I was talking about how I want something like light and simple after, you know, hating Dark Souls. But I'm happy.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. But yeah. God, you completely screwed me up, to be honest.
Huh?
I completely forgot what I was going to talk about now.
Oh, I'll talk about chips then. So I don't know if it's the Trinidad scorpion or not. I don't see our scorpion on this list.
Scorpion pepper, Trinidad scorpion. I think it is. I think that is just what it is. I think there's only one scorpion.
It's like, it's not even in the ingredients list, so they just put together stuff that they thought tasted like it, and then pretended that that's what it was. And then they slapped gluten-free onto the end of the list so people would buy it. but nothing in here says that it has that pepper in it.
Weird.
I think it's a load of bullshit. I should be dead. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10, I should be dead.
Don't you know what your opinion is on Dark Souls 3, Cynic? Ugh. Or are you going to be like reassessing stuff as you go through, since it's been a while? You didn't even make a sound there, Yoshi.
Bad Yoshi. Make a sound.
Yoshi just left.
Just killed himself.
He was done with my shit.
Dude, he didn't say anything and he killed himself. That was really depressing. I don't think that's the right way to touch on heavy messages, Nintendo.
Nintendo, how could you?
Every time Yoshi walks off the side, Nintendo, how could you?
There is, in fact, a point in here where you have to, like, sacrifice Yoshi in order to complete the level. It's one of those moments that is told through, like, video game comics. For generations, the gamer joke.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, can you imagine if you had to sacrifice one of your Pokemon in a Pokemon game?
Ooh. I mean,
children would be crying.
People are still crying about Butterfree to this day. Wow, my RNG sucks. We'll see if your opinions change. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I will be done with From Software games until Sekiro comes out. I'm gonna, like, see, based on, like, reviews, if that game has any of the kind of stuff that I don't like. And then it'll get rave reviews, and then I'll buy it, and then I'll hate it anyway.
Yep.
Because Dark Souls is one of the greatest games of all time, and I still fucking kind of hate that game. Sort of. Like, Dark Souls 1 is, like, you know, always a back and forth because I love the combat system, but I hate the secrets, and I hate the general, like, level design, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Great big mixed bag on that. Not even gonna talk about it. Not worth it. Talked about that a million times. Should probably stop talking about it.
Dude, my mouth is on fire.
That is what you get.
It was worth it.
Was it worth it?
Eat these shitty chips, so now I know they're shitty.
They're not great? Was this just a turnabout thing? You just saw them in the store and you just wanted to try them?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how I shop when I go to a gas station. For dinner.
I am a wimp. The hottest chip that I've ever had is like hot Cheetos. And those still burn the shit out of my mouth. Like, I only have a few, and then I'm done. And that's like nothing as far as like Scoville units goes. It's amateur hour.
It's been a while since I had hot Cheetos. Were they, so they weren't especially hot, or were they? Because
they're killer for me. I know that they're like nothing, but they're killer for me.
Mm.
Don't know why I felt like repeating myself there, but hey, that's a thing. It happened.
For emphasis, of course. You haven't made your point until you've said it twice.
Hey, Lucario, welcome to the stream.
That's why everybody ends their sentences with 2 periods. See, Cynic did it. Bwarch the Spice Amateur. Period.
I forgot the green button. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't think I'm going to be doing like 100% kind of run, and I really almost never care about the buttons anyway. It makes like some levels harder, but that's kind of okay because Mario World's kind of an easy game to begin with, so making it a little bit harder is kind of like, you know, nice. Especially when a lot of the time Mario World's version of difficulty is you have to actually be patient. Imagine that. Imagine the horror of making kids wait.
That's why so many kids never beat it.
Game is hard. I have to wait for this spike to go in this wall. Mom, can you speed this up?
Mom, call Nintendo and tell them they broke their game.
Need to fix this shit on the re-release, on the remaster.
Yeah. Which I expect is coming out tomorrow.
I'm aware of what you're talking about, Lucario, but I don't feel like doing it.
So, when you first played this game and you didn't know anything about it, at the start, did you go left or right?
God, I don't remember, yo. You're talking about when I was like, what, 9?
Yeah, man. When you were 9.
I don't
you had
remember
on-
shit from when I was 9.
You had a lollipop in your mouth,
Yes.
and you had one of those propeller caps,
Yep.
and it was spinning wildly because you were so excited to play Mario for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And your sister was there, and she was older than you for some reason.
Interesting story. Interesting story. I'm fascinated to see where it goes.
Yeah, and you put the Nintendo cartridge in, and the game started and it said, "Welcome to super fucking amazing Mario Bros. Fuck." And you were like, "Hell yeah." Did you go left or did you go right?
I went straight. The secret route.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you knew about that, because not many people know about that.
My dad at Nintendo told me.
Good. Yeah, well, you had a leg up. Only like 1 out of every 5 kids has a dad who works at Nintendo.
Super Mario World on the Game Boy Advance interests me that that's a thing. Like, it wasn't until very recently that I found out about all the crazy ports that Nintendo did for, like, Super Nintendo games. Especially, you know, Super Mario World on the Game Boy Advance and Link to the Past on Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were a lot of Game Boy, like, copy overs. Hi, Kitsune. How's it going?
Welcome, welcome, everybody. I am tired, but I felt like streaming. So to explain a little bit, obviously I've got it in the title up there, and I've talked a little bit about Twitter about this, but I kind of want to possibly try and beat every game that is actually on the Super Nintendo Classic.
Oh, you're gonna do the Super Nintendo Classic now?
Yes. Wait, do the Super Nintendo what was I doing before?
The GameCube.
Ah, yeah, I want to do something like that. I want to have bragging rights for beating something, but let's try and work within the realm of like possibility. So the Super Nintendo, so the GameCube has like 600 games released for it, whereas the Super Nintendo Classic has 21.
Oh, that is, yeah, a little more possible, isn't it? Quite a difference.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, when you and I were watching the whole list of GameCube games, probably more than a third of them were sports games. So.
Let's just not even like. I mean, like, even like, there's so much crap on the GameCube in actuality. I love it as a console. I absolutely adore it. But even then, even that early on in, like, you know, video game lifespan kind of stuff, there was a lot of shovelware on there. That was exactly when shovelware started to show up. There's probably a lot of shit on the Super Nintendo even, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like Home Improvement.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hey, how dare you?
The classic
How dare you speak
of...
so ill.
the
The game of our generation.
How could we ever forget Tim Allen's greatest video game?
Don't you remember when Tim Allen went to the orphanage and went, and all the children cried? Because we love him. We assume they love him.
Everybody's critiquing my Mario World like gameplay so hard. This is like the most you all like even commented about the gameplay, about the general like skill of the gameplay. Sucking in Dark Souls, that's whatever, Bwarch. Go ahead, be my guest. Sucking in Mario World, absolutely not. This does not compute. I cannot allow this. So as Kitsune says, you know, there's gonna be some crappy games on the Super Nintendo Classic. There's gonna be some games that I don't enjoy. There's like 3 RPGs on the SNES Classic. Those, you know, I'm generally not a guy that likes RPGs. I'm actually interested in like Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6 in the US, but besides that, there's also Earthbound and Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG is gonna be boring from what I've seen. Like just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, those will be a long time too, but it'll be fun.
Earthbound is boring in terms of like story, in my opinion. Combat system is at least like partially interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to sit there and watch you play it and not suffer in the way you are. Not just sit back and eat popcorn while you bemoan choosing to play through all these RPGs.
So I went through the list and I went through everything that I liked and disliked, and it comes out to like, there's like 4 or 5 games that I dislike on the SNES Classic, and then the rest of it, I'm actually pretty okay with. Believe it or not, there's some games that people love that I'm going to hate, and that might be a rough time. Because people love Donkey Kong Country and people love Super Metroid, and I kind of hate the way that those games handle.
Yeah, you've told me your concerns with Super Metroid, with the jumping being slower.
It's such a silly thing. It's just like the jump arc. Just having issues with the jump arc, and I hate the way the jump feels. But it's like, when it comes to a platformer like that, it's kind of important if you don't like the jump. Because you're going to be doing the jumping a lot in a game like Super Metroid. And similarly, for Donkey Kong Country, I just hate the way the game handles. I hate the way it flows. I hate the way it feels.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah, I know.
It does feel a little slippery sometimes, but I actually thought it handled pretty good.
Anytime that I see like anybody play like Donkey Kong Country, they always start off with the stream like, oh yeah, I love this game. I played it a lot in my childhood, and then they're like halfway through the game and they hate like everything.
Yeah. Watching people get their nostalgia goggles torn apart.
Like it is one of the hardest pieces of shit like ever. Especially because a lot of it never feels like right, you know? That whole thing of like how right like a death feels, how right a hit feels. Like you're like, oh yeah, I deserve that, I was playing badly. No, you barely ever like deserve the hits that happen in Donkey Kong Country. It feels like it shouldn't have even hit you. Street Fighter is actually on the SNES Classic. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, to be specific. And I was playing it on my own. My hand started hurting.
Oh.
I was actually doing good at the game too. I was actually learning like how to do like reuse moves. I was learning how to do like Hadoukens like really nicely. But then my hand just started really friggin' hurting because it's such rapid button pushing.
That's not going to be good for you.
Oh yeah, not at all. There's gonna be a few games to suffer through. It might even just turn into another failed project, but hell, we'll try and see what happens.
Yeah, go for it. At least give it a shot. Give it a fair try.
If nothing else, there's gonna be a lot of games that I will enjoy. Let me see, obviously Super Mario World right here. What are some of the other ones that I really love? Super Castlevania 4 is a fun time. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is actually my favorite game on the Super Nintendo. So that'll be easy peasy to just do again. Well, I say easy peasy, it's not easy peasy. The game is actually pretty tough, but I can do it. What was Kitsune saying? Oh god.
They basically got all of their first championship of Fatal Racing up on YouTube and scheduled for publishing.
Oh, best of luck. Oh,
They're thinking of turning off the in-game music, having other people's music for the races instead. That would be
that's not a good idea for a Let's Play, in my opinion.
No?
Do not do that. If you're watching a Let's Play, you want to hear the original audio.
Man, I can never hear the original audio in Let's Plays anyway. You do you, Kitsune. I give my 2 cents.
I forget if there's a platform. No, that would have been a leap of death right there.
Dude, someone needs to tell this lava that it is defying physics at every angle.
It does not care about what you think about it. It will do what it wants to.
It will do as it pleases.
It will be the best lava that you've ever seen. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Best lava in any video game ever. Go.
Best lava in any video game? Rocket Knight Adventures.
Oh yeah? What happens with lava in that? What's good about it?
It's technically... I think I'm mostly thinking about fire. But no, there's the reflective lava. Oh yeah. It's such a short little section, but it's so cool looking. They use like a lot of like Mode 7 effects for the lava in Rocket Knight Adventures.
Hmm.
And obviously, if you want to get in like 3D lava, the Corona Mountain in Mario Sunshine is extremely memorable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, worst lava in any video game. Go.
Sonic 2?
Is that the lava that raises and can crush you? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I'm just thinking about the lava that's like very blocky and like weird in a hilltop zone.
Hmm.
Like at one point it just shows like the lava just like locking off like a doorway. And it just like doesn't act like liquid at all. It acts like a box, and it's just weird. It's very Genesis-y. Ah, damn it. Already screwed up the combo.
Did they like clip the graphic on it to make it work? Or
It's just very boxy. It just like rises up.
this was the level that Lucario lost their poor Yoshi. Poor Lucy. Their Yoshi on.
Hmm.
Lucio is what Lucario names his Yoshi. Lucy.
Lucy. Lucy. It has a very similar cadence to it if you say it in the right way. It's great.
Well, Lucario, I'm sorry you lost your Yoshi.
It's gonna happen to a great many people, and it will continue to happen for a long, long time.
It's a step in growing up.
On your way to becoming a real man.
Yeah. You can't become a real anything unless you've lost a Yoshi.
Oh, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Oh no.
No, God. Oh, and oh, wow, I really screwed that one up. Hey, Nico. Welcome, welcome, my friend.
Oh, hi, Nico.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Funny Bwarch time. Welcome to the Funny Bwarch Show.
Where I'm funny at all times of day, except not really. Because nobody's funny on this show.
Oh, well, hey. Whoa.
Don't include me in this nonsense.
I will have you know I have told many successful jokes in my lifetime. Joke number 1. What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
Oh shit, you knew it.
Just need to get some new material, my man.
Fuck, you're right. I can't keep touring the US on the stick joke. It's just not working out anymore.
I actually think this is just like a bonus area that I'm trying to get into as well. So this isn't even like required. This is like completely pointless to just be like spending all this effort.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna spend it anyway. See, it was for a 1-up. All good.
Nico, saying the fucking F word? Man, that is a little ballsy for YouTube.
How dare you?
How fucking dare you?
This is a Christian stream, I'll have you know.
Only God may fuck in this stream.
And his name was Zeus!
And he fucked everything. This is weird. I'm not gonna keep talking about Zeus fucking.
Would it be better if I reminded you of the Disney appearance of Zeus? And you had to think about him fucking?
Ah! That guy's probably a riot in bed.
Oh, he probably brings in like stuffed animals. He brings in props, not sex toys, just like props.
Yeah,
just like whoopee cushions and stuff. He's got an entire act.
Ooh, Zeus, I didn't know you were into pet play. I'm not! These are for me, to feel better. Okay. I think it's gonna go fine, Zeus. You say that! Anyway, hope I see you on the other side. Wait, what? What?
He just goes snorkeling all of a sudden.
Yeah. So I don't know what I signed up for. Oh, sorry, Nico. I didn't know Zeus was your dad. I feel bad now.
How very insulting of us. Hand Cynic the controller. I'll virtually pass you the controller. Okay, so, for the Switch owners in the audience, and by Switch owners I mean mostly Cynic and Nico, what are you all planning to do about Nintendo's online service? Are you actually going to buy into it? Are you going to share, like... I'd imagine that what's going to happen is that the Cynic server is actually just going to pull together, like, the funds just to get, like, one membership going between all of them, because you can actually share, like, between, like, 6 people, like, the load for one subscription. So 6 people will just be able to pop in, like, a few dollars for, like, the full, like, $20 for a year of Nintendo online service.
Oh, and it won't matter if they, like, log in with the subscription on their own machines?
So Nintendo has said that you can have 6 players on one account.
Okay. Oh, so that's the family plan.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cynic said, oh, really? Alex is going to pay for all of us.
Alex is going to pay for all of you. Oh, poor Alex. Alright, well, that's my rendition of that. That is my tap dance. Enjoy it, everybody.
Looks more like a squat dance. Watching you just abandon the feathers. I don't get it right now. It's just funny.
They hand stuff out like candy in this game anyway. If you miss a feather, you're just gonna get it later on. Or are you talking about the Yoshi feathers?
I didn't even know there was such a thing as Yoshi feathers.
Hey, Carlos. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm tired. I'm flipping over my sleep schedule currently, so I'm going to try and stay up as long as possible today. Like, it's already like 4 p.m. and I'm already tired as hell, so that tells you how borked like my sleep schedule has been lately. Which, by the way... Oh, Whip, did I tell you about the thing that me and Cynic did?
What did you do?
Cynic challenged me to like a stay-up-a-thon. We were like, I bet you I can stay up longer than you. I bet you I can stay up longer than you.
Oh man,
So-
those actually aren't fun, believe it or not.
Cynic is at such a disadvantage too. It was hilarious. It's like, because Cynic's like 3 hours ahead of me. So it's like, you're just gonna lose by default. But Cynic tried to do it. She's crazy. We were up until like, what? 8 a.m. or something like that?
Oh my god.
Before Cynic conked out, and then I was up for like 3 more hours because I'm, you know, I
Because you were taking a victory lap.
it was a victory lap.
Yeah.
It was just bad days for me the last
3
few
hours.
days, everybody. It was bad days as far as sleep is concerned. I'm happy that I'm getting over it. Because it is so boring to just be up at like 2 a.m. and just have the internet be dead. Luckily, some friends were also like being insomniacs, so I at least had that going for me.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta drop by the chat more in Cynic's server.
Oh yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah. I just haven't been very social feeling lately.
Yeah, you haven't been talking to me as much. I was wondering what was up, if you were having like a lot of work going or whatever. Or if it was just like...
During what period?
I actually wasn't supposed to be able to get this, Yoshi. I love that I actually got that. Just the last like 5 days. But then again, it's also been because like I've been asleep and you've been, you know, living a
That's
normal
it.
life.
Yeah, I guess I could just message you. Also, I was just not feeling great about anything. I don't know.
Just depressed.
No, I don't think that. I don't know. Just I just lose a lot of motivation when I get home these days. Anyway, that's been the depressing part of the stream. Bring it back later if people want.
You lost your mind with the cloud minigame, Cynic? That it was there? Or that it like lost coins? Or that how cute it was? It was surprising to me. I didn't know about that cloud minigame until like way later on. You know what surprised me was the second Star World. I didn't know about that until I got like online and like started watching like Let's Plays and stuff. Because up until then I only knew about the first stage of the Star World. Like the 10 levels that are just like in horizontal with each other and they've got like, it's the super hard star levels. Those I did not know about. Like at all in the slightest. I wonder if anybody's going to freak out about the secret that I just showed.
Whoa, I didn't know about it. I don't know anything about this game though. Even though the one time I played it with a friend, we just immediately skipped to the Star World.
Isn't there something... There's something to this, isn't there? It's like... Oh god, I can't remember the second part of the secret.
So Cynic didn't know about this, as it turns out. Are you shit out of luck where you are?
I can go back down. If I don't die. Oh, it's to the right, okay. We're opening mines today, Whip. Opening mines.
Opening minds and souls.
God. I continue to be awful at this minigame.
Is it random every time? Or is there a specific combination?
Fuck.
You got
I
one.
think that it's predetermined.
Hmm. Wow. Good secret.
I'll do a little bit better. It's just kind of hard to get through this castle without any power-ups. Smart thing would be to like actually bring like a cape or two into this. Oh hey, there's a power-up right here. There we go. We're good.
Cynic, do you want to see the palette options that Frog came up with for the different future release?
So that was the same. So yeah, I think it's predetermined.
I'll send you a link. I can never get Frog into this discussion about the release. Also, I've been slow in getting back to them. I told them I wanted palette number 2, palette type 2 here. So let's see, copy link.
Stream Bejeweled? Bejeweled? I would not be into Bejeweled. Not especially. Whee! You didn't get me today, Wall! But you got everything else. God rest the minions caught inside of this wall. You will be forgotten quickly. Bejeweled 2. Yeah, I kind of hate match 3 games, so not gonna happen. Sadly. I would only do it for money or a charity incentive. Possibly a dare, but there would have to be like some kind of like, I don't know, return in some way, shape, or form to get me to play a game like Bejeweled 2 that I hate like the guts of.
Bwarch, I dare you to play Bejeweled 2. If you play it, I will buy a copy of Luminous for myself.
Great, wonderful.
And then you can watch me play it. I'll even let you watch me play it. I wasn't gonna let you watch me play it, but
how kind of you! What generosity, Whip!
Mario, sounds like you're on from Kazakhstan.
It's a me, Mario!
I was gonna say, so that's what women from Kazakhstan sound like.
Ludwig von Koopa is kind of fun. Especially the name. Just being based off of a musician. Oh god, I'm remembering like Vinny's like corruptions for Mario World that he recently showed. At this part, he just showed like the door like launching off and nothing else. The building just stayed. It was just the door launching into the distance. It's great. Everybody should watch Vinny instead of me. You wanted Ludwig to be your friend as a kid? Just want to be friends with everybody in these games, man. They look so cute.
Why did you want to be friends with Ludwig, Nico?
Ludwig's blade from Bloodborne, obviously. The great and disastrous. Oh, bye, Yoshi. Nice knowing you. For the very, very short time that we did. Hi, Yoshi! I didn't sacrifice you to the blood god. No, never. It just didn't happen. You're thinking about some other Mario.
Yoshi comes back and is like, "What happened? I have all of my memories."
I know what you did. You disgust me, Mario. You're the worst person I've ever known. I'll never forget it. Even if I have to take you everywhere, I'll always know that you'll never, ever be able to take that away from me. Alright, let's see here. I need to... Is there a key in this? There is a key in this. Well, that was easy. I do remember some of the puzzles later on in this forest specifically actually really stumped me as a kid. I was stuck here for ages. I hope that's not going to be the case on this stream. But even if I get stuck, people will probably be able to tell me what to do. So.
Yeah, I don't blame you for getting stuck there. I mean, who would think that Mario getting fatter would make him fly? That doesn't make any sense.
He's made of marshmallow.
Yeah.
It's an Italian delicacy. Me! I am the delicacy!
Eat me, says Mario at the family Italian dinner table. Luigi says, Mario, I really don't want to do this. And Mario says, you better eat me, Luigi.
Mario just starts putting pasta on his chest. Do it! You know you want to!
This is our creepy pasta. This is the Super Mario World creepy pasta.
This is the crack fic is what this is.
This was the day that Mario inflated himself with marshmallow and put pasta on his chest and made Luigi eat it off of him. While moaning.
There we go.
Yeah.
No!
That's what he said. He said that too.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of no's that were being said. Absolutely. Fuck my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Spaghetti, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cover your breathing.
He said, spaghetti, no breathing. Wait. Mario going da na 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 na. It's like doo 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 doo.
It's like the perfect video game parody that I never knew that I needed. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Look at what you've done. You have stolen that which you should not have. You foolish fool, Mario. Now I shall rain hellfire upon you for all your days. This is your hubris.
Your hubris. Eat your hubris.
It's good for you.
No dessert till you eat your hubris.
Is part of a balanced breakfast. Brought to you by Flying Koopa. Thank you, Flying Koopa. You know, Flying Koopa kind of got to be an asshole before, like, Mario 64. He chilled out afterwards. He just wanted to be a cameraman.
He got a job. He had never had a job before. Once he was able to pay for things and didn't have to rely on King Koopa to cover his rent, he realized how good life could be.
Does that seriously not kill you? Huh. All good. Lakitu. I'm not gonna remember all the names.
Is Lakitu not a Koopa officially? What is a Lakitu exactly?
Lakitu is 100% a Koopa. It's just a named Koopa. P-Switch doesn't hurt enemies, specifically. The deep and storied lore for Mario World. And I mean, like, to be 100% specific, there's enemies that are in here that never showed up in, like, anything else. So I don't even want to hear it about me getting names wrong.
Lakitu is a little bald man in a cloud, so says Nico. Okay, so that gives me an idea. Imagine this. Imagine a horror mod of this game where everything is reskinned to look like weird human versions of itself.
I mean, like, you say that, but I guarantee you that it almost exists.
We gotta find that, and then you play that instead.
There are 100% are horror ROM hacks for Mario World. By the way, welcome to the worst level in Mario World.
Oh, the swimming level?
Yep.
Is it like a maze, too? It kind of looks like it's meant to be a maze, too.
Well, I just ran into a dead end, so there you go. Fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, if anybody can find like a hyper-realistic like rendition of this game, I promise you Bwarch will play it on stream.
You promise?
I promise on behalf of Bwarch that Bwarch will play it on stream.
Fucking, I didn't think he was gonna go that low.
I always go that low. Was that too much?
Oh no. Oh no. Have mercy! God damn it. I want to see the pores on Mario's skin. You're talking about that high-res, like, horrifying image of Mario that some, like, fan made.
Yeah.
His
We gotta get
skin
to
is all dimpled and wrinkly and awful and ugh.
Have you seen those videos where like the people Photoshop a real person into Mario? That's even creepier.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
They take like a photo of a real person, and then they, through the magic of Photoshop, they readjust their proportions to look like Mario.
Thank you. I'll take that with open arms.
Zero, did you just come in? Hello, if you did. I don't know if I said hello.
Hey, Zero. Welcome, welcome.
Cynic, why do you wish that?
I
You
looked
shouldn't wish.
I looked away to read chat. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm being so careless in this level. This is the kind of level that makes your skill level to go down just because you're so bored. Oh, fuck, I'm falling into the same traps that I did before. Alright, let's just book it.
Dude,
Jesus!
I'll read the chat for you. It's all good.
No, don't wake them up! Who disturbs me from my slumber? Mario.
No, Cynic, I don't. Why do you want it?
Why would you
Tell
want to
me.
be 3 feet tall?
Name me 3 things that are good about readjusting your proportions to look like Mario. I want 3.
You can look like Mario, you can look like Luigi, you can look like Peach.
No, you can only look like Mario. How could you look like Peach?
You'd have the proportions. They all have the same proportions. What are you talking about?
Less overall surface area. 2 large eyes.
Oh,
Large eyes,
God.
It's not necessarily a good thing. It's more like a description of.
That's just embarrassing. Let's see if I make the same mistake 3 times in a row. Hoo-ah!
You don't even know what your 3rd point is. So you're just making a joke now.
Hey, that's just as much a point in my book. Jokes are points.
Cynic, if you could be any height, what would it be?
Okay, I seem to recall this level specifically having, like, a really very specific, like, weird, like, exit. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye out, like, extra hard.
You don't have to reach down to short places. My god. Yo, the chat is a bunch of innovators tonight.
Oh, I like
You would be 5
Nico's.
foot 4 inches?
Nico's is pretty great.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, Mario proportions really wouldn't be that much of a change. You're all short as hell.
How tall are you again, Bwarch?
6'2".
6'2". I am, I want to say 5'9".
Yoshi. Yoshi, no. He's very distraught at having pooped out a cloud. He needed to escape. Need to be away from this place.
Azuru is 6'3". I've got you beat, Bwarch. You're no longer the tallest person in this discussion.
That can be fixed.
What does that mean? What are you gonna do to Azuru?
This was the
Azuru,
hard...
get out! Azuru's right behind you!
We can shrink Azuru down to size. It's no biggie. That was what I had a hard time with as a kid. Are you kidding me? Come on, me.
Is your microphone misbehaving, or is that just me?
What about what?
I think your microphone is going foul.
How so? Anybody else hearing anything on stream?
It's very, crackly.
Hmm.
Consistently crackly.
So, I do know that there is a crackle that has been appearing on my microphone like every few seconds. It's been very minor, very quiet. If you're noticing it, that means that it's probably very pronounced.
Maybe it's just my audio. Hold up.
Okay. I can imagine so. Whip's audio life is always like a disaster for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, it's my audio.
As I said.
I'll be right back.
Oh, this is bad. Safe. Ooh. Oh. Okay, this is good. It's gonna be a miracle if I get the. Oh, it's gonna be an easy one. Hopefully. Is it still easy to jump on this guy? It's still easy to jump on this guy. Thank God! Yes! Yes! Roy is the coolest dude around, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. There was supposed to be a kaboom! An earth-shattering... Oh, there's the earth-shattering kaboom! And then Mario died. The end. I can barely hear you.
Well, I think I know why. There we go.
There we go. All fixed. All good. Everything fixed on your end? Everything good? Everything groovy?
It'll never be groovy.
Oh,
It'll never be fixed.
the groove is dead. Long live disco. I love these dinosaur guys, by the way. This is one of my favorite friggin' things. You never see these guys, like, ever again. They're just so cute and adorable. Especially their attack pattern. It's, like, so easy to dodge, but it's fun. Listen, all I'm saying is that I would appreciate having something that's not like Goombas and Koopas in the next Mario game.
Yeah, I getcha. It's like so impossible for these games to get away from their classic enemies. You jumped right over the checkpoint.
I went back for it. I'm a good boy.
It looked like you made like a I don't know what I'm trying to say. It looks like you were pretending like you were in an athletic competition. And you're like, I cleared it. On to the next one.
Like an obstacle course. What?
Yeah.
Fuck
I don't know
you!
what I'm saying. Fucking don't even listen to me. Dude, my brain is kaput. My brain is Swiss cheese.
What? I was holding right that entire time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Miyamoto is a bastard. A bastard son. And that's all I have to say about that.
Oh man. That's gonna be in all the papers tomorrow, Bwarch. You're gonna have to publicly apologize to Shigeru Miyamoto.
We got a libel lawsuit coming up. It's gonna be a groovy time.
You're gonna You're gonna have to make some children's with cancer dreams come true.
Gotta have like a full-on PR campaign to sow my deeds and make things better. All right, let's try this time. See what we can do. Yes, perfect. That is the worst, like, last obstacle to put at that level, considering that if you're not holding right the entire time and holding jump, then you just won't make it, which is so dumb.
What do you think would happen if Miyamoto and Miyazaki got to talking one day?
Miyazaki of From Software?
No, of Studio Ghibli.
Oh, they would hate, like, everything new. They would be talking about those damn millennials.
They'd be old and codgerly about it. I was more imagining like what sort of project they'd put together.
That would be interesting. Studio Ghibli and Nintendo working on something. Correct me if I'm wrong, audience, but doesn't Studio Ghibli do like the Ni no Kuni animation? Or is it only like inspired by Studio Ghibli?
Oh, they do it. I know because I played it recently and they said they do it. Right there in the credits.
Oh, I suck against this fire, but bullshit. This is actually one of the harder levels for me.
And also Nico confirms what I said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't Miyazaki and Miyamoto the same person?
Nobody's ever seen them standing in the same room. Y'all just don't know.
If Miyamoto put on glasses, suddenly it would all be clear and put dust in his hair.
All right, I need one of these guys to come with me. Come with me if you want to live, little ghost.
I don't know, Katsuna. I don't think anime is real.
I think anime is real.
You think anime is real?
Who's telling the truth, chat?
Is anime real? The greatest question of any generation.
One of us will tell lies, and one of us will tell truth. Guess correctly, and you can go on forth into the labyrinth.
Yeah. Guess incorrectly, and I will eat you.
Whole. Raw.
Completely. It will be slow and painful because I don't have a very big jaw, but I do have powerful chompers, so look out.
Maybe with a little bit of Thousand Island sauce.
Yeah, I keep some in my back pocket just for these occasions. Oh, it's Catgirl Cynic in the chat.
Oh, what was the last thing I watched anime-wise? I think it was us finishing Sonic X, which was a fun time. I really enjoyed that.
We did finish Sonic X. Season 3, specifically.
That was such a good time.
Yo, my favorite episode, still by far, the very first episode, where they're moving all the boxes onto the ship while a huge fucking firefight is taking place. And Amy and Cream are just like, how are we gonna get all these boxes onto the ship?
I mean,
I just don't know.
That's just about every other episode. Is that Sonic and Knuckles are just like fighting some friggin' amazing fight, and then everybody else is like, let's dig in the sandbox!
Yeah, Cream's like, let's dig in the sand. I brought my sandcastle kit just for this occasion. I knew it would come in handy. And then like the other half of the time, she's like operating the highly technical spaceship they're traveling in.
Oh yeah, seeing Cream say like, attack! Is like the most amazing friggin' thing. All battleships to 4!
Setting lasers to stun! Captain Tails, they've got us in the tracker beam!
We're going to die! Unless you do something, you idiot bastard!
I should have never followed you! I'm abandoning ship! Who's with me? Mutiny! Cream starts a mutiny in the middle of a battle they're losing.
This level has some weird thing.
Of those mushrooms.
I'm sorry.
I missed 4 of them. I missed so many. I'm sorry. Dude, we want to start watching another anime. You want to do it tonight?
Are you gonna be like awake long enough? Well,
Yeah.
I say awake long enough. You go to bed usually around like 8 o'clock my time, and it's 6 o'clock right now. I'm gonna be like really tired, but I'm actually feeling like, I don't know, a little bit lively, so I might be able to do it. The next thing that we wanted to do was Main Abyss.
Yeah.
Just gotta figure out a way to actually do it, because like, it'll be a little bit tough.
Is there a 9 anime for it?
9 anime is basically like dead right now, actually.
Really? Are you more concerned about like how we share it, or what site?
How we share it, because Rabbit has been like difficult as hell lately.
We could do it the old-fashioned way.
I've been amazed because Nate's Discord server has been just like doing like Rabbits every other day, and it's like, you guys don't have problems? You don't have issues with Rabbit? Me and Whip always have issues.
Well, they might have issues. It might not be as bad or as concerning.
Probably. It'll probably be just fine, honestly. This sucks. Fuck you. Hate you. Fuck you, Koopa. You pizza shit. Fuck. I only had one chance at that, and then he spawns from off screen, right in front of me. He's a cheater. A liar and a cheater. What's my opinion on the Smash Direct? I think that it was pretty damn cool. I hate King K. Rool and like his design personally. Obviously, continuing up on, yeah, I needed to get. I fucking really needed to get that right. Yeah, I hate King K. Rool's design. I love the fact that Konami has got like Richter and Simon in there now, and that there's like 38 Smash tracks that are going to be Castlevania themed. As far as like the music tracks, that is awesome, because Castlevania music is some of the most like godsend music ever. Transcendent in how awesome it is. Can I say awesome a few more times?
So there's a site called Let's Gaze, which lets you use your own video files.
Interesting.
I don't know if that would be better or worse.
The only thing is, for Smash Direct, is that I wish that Maria was playable, as well as Richter. The issues that we have with Rabbit are that it will, like, desync, it'll be hard to get stuff going. I think, it's not even desync, it's just that it'll, like, be unwatchable whenever we try and do something. Right, Whip?
The quality is often very low for one of us, if not both of us. It's like certain, you know, probably the issue is we don't track down which times of day it works the best. Because it has worked for us quite well in the past.
You think it's based on time? Wow.
It could be. I mean, as far as I can tell, my the quality of my connection changes based on the time of the day. Probably because Verizon probably adjusts how much bandwidth is available based on high traffic times of the day. That's my guess.
I've tried watching some of the stuff that they've been putting on in Nate's Discord server in Rabbit, and it's been just fine, so yeah. Anyway, let's stop talking about technical bullshit if we can.
No, come on. Let's only talk about technical bullshit. Tell them about that issue you had at the start of the stream and how you had to fix that.
No, that's totally fine.
It was super exciting. There were like 1s and 0s on the bottom left. And Bwarch was flipping out, losing his goddamn mind. Like, I don't know if you even have half a head of hair left at this point.
And there was And at the end of it, the result that, like, changed, like, everything and fixed everything was the fact that I had pressed comma accidentally and I needed to press comma again. Hallelujah, how riveting.
There you go. So remember that, everybody. If you ever are having a PC problem, just double comma. Just double comma right there. Double down and double comma. What's that? Your computer won't turn on? Double comma. Well, what's that?
Blue screen of death?
Double comma. You've got a virus, you've never seen it before. It's giving away all of your personal information to people in Russia. Double comma that shit.
Wasn't there
All
some Mario game where you could actually, like, cape, like, thwomps and actually kill them? Was that Mario Maker? I swear that was a thing. This is a horrifying room, oh my god.
I have no idea.
Get me the fuck out of there.
So many thwimps.
So many fwimps, so little time.
Can you kite thwimps into like a specific spot and get them to kill themselves? Like they could jump off of something, I'm sure.
That was interesting. I stopped that projectile in its tracks. My hut! It is fireproof! What, you don't think I prepared for Bowser's onslaught? How long do you think I've been doing this for? Julius Belmont? No idea who that is. I'm okay with, like, no Belmonts other than Richter and Simon being in, because no Belmont is actually, like, as, you know, iconic as Simon or Richter.
I'll be right back.
It's funny that Richter got in, because Richter is, like, barely known in the US. I know that's a Japanese game, and that's probably why it's, like, so much that Richter was in. Because Richter Belmont was actually only in the beginning of Symphony of the Night and all of Rondo of Blood. And we really didn't get, like, Rondo of Blood almost at all. Was he in Dracula X? They had Richter still for Dracula X, didn't they? Yeah. If they did, then yeah, there actually was, like, more Richter representation than I was thinking there was. Trevor, no idea. Between all the Belmonts, it drops off so fast, like, how I can picture, like, all the Belmonts. Like, there's Simon, there's Richter, there's, like, Alucard. Then I guess there's, like, Juice. There's, like, a Juice Belmont, maybe? Good old Juice. I'm making that up, by the way. It's totally, like, just Julius. I don't know, just, I was watching, like, some Call Me Johnny react to the Smash Direct. And at one point, it was like, Juice Belmont! And it was like, oh, okay, that's the thing. And then I looked it up at the fact, and I was like, there's no Juice Belmont! You liar!
I'm back.
Hey, welcome, welcome. Hey, Monty Mole, you're a rad dude. Probably not a Monty Mole, it's probably something else completely. Probably like, because I think Monty Mole is actually like the little ones. But you know, who's counting? Everybody in chat, that's the answer. Trevor Belmont is Castlevania 3. He doesn't have like a very memorable design, is the thing. Like, he's just orange. But then again, Simon is also just orange, so, you know, ignore me. God damn it. No, you Ooh, I was gonna get so mad. I still am gonna get mad, because I actually can't, like, do this. Let me see, can we make this now? Oh, that's such a crappy thing. I wanted to get to that pipe. See if I could go inside of it. But alas, it was not to be.
You can't just go in any old pipe, Bwarch.
It's a Mega Mole, of course. The most iconic name, Mega Mole. Mega Mole. You got to be the one, got to be the Mega Man, Mega Mole.
Sounds like an unlikely superhero.
It's one of the superheroes that shows up during like those superhero like roundups. Just like where like an insane amount of superheroes show up from like, and they got like all of the like the Silver Age kind of stuff also in there. So you get like Mustard Man, Condiments Man. We're
It's
here
like a
too. We'll help you fight the universe. Save the universe, I mean. You know, same difference.
Bart, you should write for One Punch Man. You got all the heroes correct.
Condiments Man.
Yeah.
Dude, season 2 got announced. Did you hear about that?
No, but that's good.
Are you interested?
Well, I've been reading the manga. So yeah, I suppose so.
Are you going to watch the anime?
Sure. I'll watch
You
it.
don't sound excited.
Well, I just, one thing that I always get frustrated by is when the anime and the manga start to be very different. I don't know if they're going to get that way or not, but I'll keep checking it out. I did watch the first season, and it's pretty much dead on to the manga.
So you're just afraid about the second season diverging?
I'm afraid about the diverging at any moment. Like, Watamote totally diverged from the manga. Or maybe not totally, but I mean, it was because it's such a weird thing to turn into an anime.
Watamote? Huh?
Watamote, yeah.
Why is that a weird
Not
thing?
strange.
There's lots
It's
of...
not weird.
There's
No,
not-
because the way
there's
it's written is like every single. I keep trying to interrupt. Sorry. No, it's just because all the stories are like early on in the series are like pretty self-contained, and so as a result, the anime they like cherry-picked chapters from the manga, and like they didn't present them in order, which they didn't have to, but as a result, like they didn't have to follow any like strict plot line. It's just the main premise that she is an unpopular girl. Or not an unpopular girl, but it's that that's not exactly right. It's because she has high anxiety and doesn't function well in speaking to others. And so as long as they maintain that premise, it doesn't really matter what the story is in the anime. It doesn't have to follow the manga. So as a result, it's like in a different order, and then I never finished watching it, but apparently they like introduce a guy into the series, which doesn't exactly happen in the manga. Certainly not the guy that they said they introduced in the anime. That guy never appeared in the manga.
It is a huge issue with anime and manga diverging, like, extremely. Especially because of, like, money. It's always money. It's just the fact of, like, unless you have, like, filler, then, like, the studio gets, like, nothing to do for, like, a long time.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
why?
happened with,
Why? There's gotta be a safe... Oh, fuck you. There's gotta be a safe spot somewhere in there. But yeah, it's just the fact that the studio would, like, just not have anything to do.
Sorry, I watched you get slowly crushed.
Yeah, I know. It's a fun time, isn't it?
It was for me.
For you.
I saw the inevitable. Yeah, I'm talking about Watamote Cynic. Unless I'm saying it wrong, in which case, no, I'm not talking about it.
I think you're saying it right.
But yeah, that was that issue they have with the anime and the manga, and like timelines not lining up. Wasn't that the same issue that Full Metal Alchemist faced? Because didn't the anime like far surpass in time where the manga was at? As a result,
And then
it told a completely different story.
And then Brotherhood had to come by later on and then tell the actual story. Yep.
Yeah, they had to make up for it because I'm sure fans were not very happy.
Cynic said that even, like, Full Metal Alchemist is still, like, a good anime. But it does diverge. Hellsing is also another one like that, where the first iteration was pretty awful. And then the second remake iteration was, like, amazing and hailed as, like, garlic bread by the fans. The best thing since underwear.
The best thing since bread underwear. Underwear you can eat.
You're supposed to hate the main character. Cynic. That's the entire idea. It was so funny. Me and Ellie were talking about Watamote, and we were talking about how like some people looked at her as like a role model and like what they wanted to
she's
be.
not.
And
It's definitely not a role model.
and it's like she was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense because that's just degenerates for you." And it was like you're just supposed to hate her. Like a lot of people just like don't get that, I guess. The author like explicitly like writes it that way. It's one of those things of like author intent being like wildly misunderstood by an audience, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about hate, but I mean, like, definitely she's extremely ignorant. Like, it's absurd how wild her mind interprets scenarios, and like, just how like pathetic she is at all she tries to do.
And she fucks everything up for herself. Like, you know, not even like going to front there. She just is like a terrible person sometimes. So
she has friends in the manga now. That's what's so wild. She has like a friend group going. That's been amazing to watch.
Is she learning? Is she going on a quest?
She's learning the machine. She's becoming more powerful.
Fuck, I hate this so much. This fucking boo wall. Oh, this is like my second favorite level in the entire game. Second least favorite level.
I was about to say. I mean, I think there are redeeming things about the character. It just, I don't know. I think it's more complicated than saying that like she's like meant to be detested. That's because I feel a lot of times when I read about the things she does, like I get it sometimes. I get the frustration and the concern and the strange thinking.
And how she could think about the situation like all wrong.
Yeah. Like it gets pretty sad for her sometimes too. But I'm not saying that, you know, she's a role model. She's not meant to be a role model. She's, if anything, more of a word of warning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I want to get around to watching like the originals for the anime that we just talked about, how they had like remakes, because I've watched the remakes and then I've heard like the remakes are so good because that's why I watch them first, obviously Hellsing Ultimate and Full Alchemist Brotherhood. But I need to go back and watch like Hellsing and the regular Full Metal sometime. And I probably never will. I probably never will, which is the sad part, but I'm interested in seeing what the differences are. Just like the like lesser animation, the lesser sound, the worser voice acting. And just like all the like filler that people will talk about like being in the originals. That was a bullshit. Oh god, this is, ooh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was a fun time. That was such a terrible obstacle to actually come across. Oh my god.
I remember when Naruto, the anime, needed to let the manga catch up, and so they had that whole filler season.
Oh my god, Naruto is like 40% filler. Like, people have actually graphed it out. It is 40% filler.
Yeah.
Somebody made like a fan edit of the entire series where like they take out all the filler and all the bullshit and they actually edit out like episodes to be like really concise. And it's like 70 episodes long.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think that they're like an hour each, but still, like that, they cut out like so much of the series, just like getting rid of all the bullshit.
You just cut out.
I want
the
the actual show to do that. Because like Naruto is something that I honestly think is like could be like a really cool show if they cut out the bullshit. They needed to do a Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah, I guess they could do that. I don't know if because I guess the show's got to be pretty successful for them to be like, well, let's go back and then do it according to according to like a streamlined version.
Naruto is one of the most successful shows of all time. Like
That's what I would think.
The
yeah.
merchandising and the fucking cosplay and like the manga sales are insane. They're absolutely
they?
insane. So like,
I didn't know if the manga sales or the anime sales were good.
I just don't think that they have any interest in doing it. I think that they're just perfectly fine with the way that Naruto is and aired, which is sad. Because it's really, like, not as good as it could be.
Hmm.
Even my little sister, like, I'll show her, like, the fights and then she'll be like, oh, this is awesome. I didn't like Naruto until I saw some of this stuff. This is kind of cool.
So you see the good stuff.
It was just the highlights, you know? All you gotta do to get somebody into Naruto is just show them, like, Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Yeah. Show them the Naruto Sasuke fight.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, actually.
Really? Oh, man. I feel like they stepped it up so much for that fight.
I don't know, I can't quite... Are you talking about, like, the one in the lake?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's okay.
It looks cool. It looks super cool.
It's okay. It's fine. It's well animated. It's just it gets bogged down a little bit too much in like monologuing, I feel, and like the general like drama of the scene.
Well, that may be true. I mean, just do it like how you're saying. Show a super cut of it.
Yeah, a super cut of it would be pretty damn cool. Like, I specifically remember like the 100 like Naruto clones like swinging around Sasuke by like his knees.
Yeah, it's a fucking crazy cool looking fight. But yeah, I mean, it's also like a staple of Naruto for the characters to like stop in certain moments and be like, what I just did to you was this. And here's all the steps and here's all the amazing intricate ninjutsu.
Oh, that's the thing that I want them to cut out the most in like a Naruto redo is all the reaction shots. It actually pisses me off so much, like going back to try and watch like any of the show and then them being like, oh my god, Naruto, you just did this. And then just like 5 different character shots of just being like, oh my god, he did that thing. And hearing like their inner monologue, it's maddening.
As they go step by step through it. It's always so funny to me. I'm like, you know, most people would have punched you in the middle of your sentence by now. But you have the most captivated audience in the world. Lucky you. And Nico is mentioning that they're working on Boruto now.
Yeah, Boruto. I saw a scene from Boruto and it was like life-changing shit because
yeah. What does that mean?
The animation, they've gotten insane with it. Like,
oh really?
It has gone like above and beyond what I ever saw in the first Naruto series. Like the color grading is like insane now. So I've been fucking around this level and now I'm about to die and now I'm like halfway through the level again and I have no idea like this was poor. I guess I gotta pay a little bit more attention. More than I have been, because otherwise I'm going to fucking die.
That's a good question, Cynic. I don't know. I would imagine you probably did.
Oh, there's the goal.
The gravy train going.
Oh god. Goal! Goal! I did say that like Todd Howard. Todd Howard's on the mind. Got a little bit of Todd on the mind. Don't mind me. So, the author of Naruto now has an apprentice that is helping, or mainly doing, Boruto.
Oh,
and
really?
they were also, at the very end of Naruto, it was believed that they were kind of like ghost drawing for them.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone for it. Forbidden fruit. Forbidden vegetables, like S. It's a mushroom. But yeah, the author of Naruto went through some shit as all mangakas? I don't know the proper pronunciation. Fuck it, my entire life.
It's probably mangakas.
Mangakas, yeah. they just go through like awful shit because of just how much like publishers like demand of them. Like having like a manga come out like every week is soul-crushing shit.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a full-time job.
More than full-time. And obviously like some of them just die like very early on because it's so much fucking stress.
Mm-hmm. Every now and then, like, there'll be breaks in the publishing of the manga.
What is it? Oda's favorite line? Oda's like legendary line of like, I will not accept anybody to draw with me on One Piece unless they are willing to die for One Piece. And it's like, it's not even a joke. That it'll fucking kill you. It will fucking kill you to work like that hard and that long on something.
Oh yeah.
For days at a time, for weeks at a time. And, like, a lot of the industry and a lot of mangakas just do not take that stuff seriously.
They're, like,
I forget
crazy committed to their projects.
I forget which one it was, but a mangaka just, like, talked about how their colleagues would brag about going for sleepless nights and, like, just going for, like, 4-hour nights and being able to sleep so little and, like, getting so much work done. And then they all died, and then that one author that, you know, actually got rest was still around.
Sync says that's why you gotta take the Berserk approach and just go on hiatus for 30 years.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. Healthy.
I remember...
it's like really saddening shit, like how much we enjoy manga and anime, and compared to just how unhealthy like both are on an industry level.
And how little I pay for all of it.
Yeah.
I wish there were more simulpubs of some things. That's one of the leading issues right now.
Simulpubs?
Yeah, lack of simulpublication.
But like being in English and Japanese at the same time?
Yeah.
How am I gonna do this? Am I supposed to rush like at the bottom here? I guess we're gonna try it.
As I understand it, copyright and like publishing houses in Japan make it particularly difficult to do simultaneous publication.
Yeah. Akira Toriyama, I don't know about their situation, but if they have like a guest, like an apprentice working with them, then it is extremely similar. I think just about every single mangaka eventually gets an apprentice for like the super popular series. Just kind of a necessity. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't fucking die on this level. This was the worst. That's the third worst level in the game. I'm gonna say that right now. If not the first.
I did not know that about the Neon Genesis person. But I believe it, though. It's so wild, too, that it's usually just...
His doctor has to make a public statement telling people to stop talking to him about NGE because it was killing him. Oh my god. God rest their souls, man. They give us such awesome entertainment, but they kill themselves for it. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just a publishing house thing. And also, I guess, a Japanese culture thing.
That's just their life's work. That is true. Work-related death is far more common in Japan. Common enough that they have, like, names for it.
Japanese work culture is some of the worst kind of stuff to hear about. Such a small thing, but even just stuff like, the idea of if you're the first person to leave, then you're looked down upon. Like, if you go, like, at the time that you're supposed to and you don't do overtime.
Yeah, we heard, like, karoshi, overwork, death by overwork. Though, like, specifically, it's, you know, you get overworked and so you have, like, a heart attack or a stroke, but because it's common enough to fit a certain category, they gave it its own name.
Oops. Welp. I'm sure I wasn't supposed to press that, but I guess we'll figure it out, won't we? Sakurai needs to take a nap. Yeah! Yeah, Sakurai needs to take a fucking nap. Somebody needs to knock him the fuck out. That's what they need to do.
Getting knocked out can cause severe brain damage.
He'll be fine. Oh, fuck my life. This sucks. Okay, I think I get what I have to do here. Oh god, I gotta do this long run. Wish me luck! Fuck you!
Go back.
That, what? 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 Are you kidding me? I did it accidentally. What do you know? Yay.
I'm happy but confused.
Oh, Jesus. Oh! The hardest, the hardest line in any game. The hardest formation to crack. It's like my favorite song ever. I used this song in like that freaking like montage, battle royale montage recently. It was one of the funnest things ever. Like whenever I think about the word fun, this song just kind of pops up in your head. Don't mind me, just gonna knock on this. Yeah, this is a good level. Love this shit. Perfect platforming challenge. Perfectly executed. And it doesn't bother itself about being realistic. It's like, why are there numbers in the platforms? And why do they fall? It doesn't matter, it's a fucking video game, you nerd.
I hate when Mario isn't realistic.
I have not played almost any of Yoshi's Island. That is going to be a completely new game for me if I go through with playing all of the SNES Classic games. Yoshi's Island is actually on there.
Someone should make a joke game called Super Mario Simulator. And I know it'll get taken down in a second, but someone should make it. And it's literally you just play as a plumber dressed up like Mario, and you walk to the end of the level, and at the end of the level you have to like fix somebody's plumbing.
Yeah, I guarantee you, I almost guarantee you somebody's done that.
I want it in like first person 3D too.
There's maybe like a Half-Life mod for it.
Yeah. There's undoubtedly a plumbing simulator. There's a summer car building simulator.
That is some fun stuff. I hear that that's actually like a very depressing game or very hard. It's one or the other.
It's really hard. I don't know if it's depressing or not. It could be in that I think you have to go and buy stuff sometimes, and maybe you can run out of money.
I think it's just a very hard game. It's just a very, very intricate game, and that is...
I mean, you have to know how to put together an entire engine block, like all the individual parts.
Is extremely, really realistic to the actual experience, and that actually puts people off because the actual experience of building a car kind of sucks. Actually,
it's not fun. My project manager at work took apart his the engine of his car in our warehouse. We didn't take apart the engine because the engine's crazy heavy. Like he took out everything that was around the engine just to get to a couple of gears to find something that was like clanking inside his car. Oh, you got one.
Yay. That one was so lucky. Oh no, this bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit coming my way. Oh god.
Sync wants to bring Captain Lou back to reprise his role as Mario in Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Just have like 3 different Marios.
Advertise them as different characters.
4 different Marios, honestly. We need Mario, Dr. Mario, Paper Mario, and Captain Lou Mario.
What was that?
Ooh, shaving my freaking haircut there right there.
What?
Yeah, I know. I can't word today. I'm tired. Give me like a little bit of a break.
That's okay, man. Me too. I'm failing miserably at the commentary today. Hey, look, it's Mario. He's jumping.
You
Wow.
have no right to be tired, do you?
Only in the sense that I am anyway. I stayed up pretty late last night.
We're all tired bunch. This is the tired sleepy cast. That's what I'm renaming the stream to.
Oh, Sleepycast is taken.
Oh,
I think.
is it copyrighted? Because it's not copyrighted, I can always steal it.
Well, okay then. I don't think it's... I think copyright technically on the internet is applied as soon as you put something on the internet. According to US law.
Nah.
Pretty sure. You know, in the past, to give yourself the copyright, what people would do is they would mail their artwork or their writings to themselves. And that would be proof that it was theirs because they had an official document associated with it. Because mail counts as an official document.
I'm gonna concentrate on this friggin' game of Snake that I'm on right now.
I might be thinking of Sleepy Cabin.
God, I almost died there.
Something else entirely.
I think Sleepcast is a podcast. Sounds vaguely familiar. I think it's like the Oni Plays podcast?
That's Sleepy Cabin.
Hmm.
And it's, I mean, it's not like the Oni Plays podcast. It was a podcast that Oni was on. Perhaps is on.
If Oni's on it, it's just the Oni. It's just the Oni. Freaking like.
Other people.
Yeah, but if you got Oni on there, he's the star. It's his podcast. Just let him have it.
I don't even think he's the one who came up with it. I think when I first heard him on there, he was a guest on it. An hour and a half into the cast, Cynic starts screaming. Is that what you're saying, Nico?
Alright, I got 40 lives. 40 lives to spend on this Bowser excursion of ours. We're so close to finishing this game.
Could that be like a selling point of the podcast, or like a twist? Like, listen, and if you get lucky, Cynic might scream this time.
It's 1 in a million chances. Are you feeling lucky, kid?
Will Cynic have that dream on this episode of Sleepycast?
Find out this time on Sleepycast.
Dude, so at the festival that I was helping out at, I was sharing a room with 3 other people, and one person had like the most horrendous snoring I had ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah?
She sounded like a dying animal when she snored. And one night she stopped snoring, and then she was having a bad dream, and she sleep talks, but she didn't just sleep talk, she sleep yelled. She was fucking screaming at the person in her dream. So it would just be really quiet in the room, and then out of nowhere, you son of a bitch!
Oh,
I'll fucking kill you!
How awful.
It was 2 a.m. when it happened. I had to get up at 4 a.m.
You missed out on 40 minutes of sleep. How pissed were you?
I don't think I slept at all the entire time because of like all the snoring and shouting. We were just laughing so much about it. Everybody else in the room just couldn't stop laughing. Because she was like screaming like that, and then as soon as she woke up, she was like, "Ja, ja, ja, ja. Oh, is it time to get up? Are we late?" And my mother is just like trying to hold back her laugh, just going, "No, no, just it's too early. Go back to sleep."
Oh my god, I hope I can get this. Oh, yes! 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 Oh, that's actually a lot harder than, like, just Bowser's final castle. Oh god, yes. We're aware, Nico. We're aware. We know. We know what your where your heart lies.
A Bowser excursion, eh?
Oh, this music is so pleasant right about now. We know what you like, Nico. We know what the good shit is. Alright, everybody. Bowser's front door. Kicking this shit down. Or we're being polite about it, I guess. You can do that if you want to, Mario. I mean, you only kidnapped the princess. You're practically friends.
Isn't that what makes you a friend with Mario? You gotta kidnap the princess and then be like, "Hey, so what are you doing later? Saving the princess, right?"
I mean,
know.
considering that he plays tennis with all of his greatest rivals and enemies, why not? Why not?
They're all good buds at the end of the day. The princess does it for fun. We all know. We know what's up.
She just wants to get out of the castle every now and then. She's cooped up. Okay, hi, hey, how's everybody doing? Everybody having a good night? I'm glad. Here on the Power Hour. I'm considering quitting Reddit.
Really?
I'm so tired of getting, like, downvoted over, like, innocuous bullshit. Or just, like, asking a question and then getting downvoted and then not getting an answer.
Why are so many people so strict about voting?
It's bullshit, man. I just hate it. I want to go back to, like, a normal forum format. I'm just, like, considering my options. It's like, do I just buy, like, a subscription to, like, fucking, like, something awful? Just that I have something to talk to, or, like, people actually have to share, like, thoughts and negative criticism out loud instead of just, like, downvoting me and not saying fucking anything?
Just share all of that with me, Bwarch. I'll be your forum. Here, start a thread, start a post on the Bwarch and Whip forum. Start a post.
You want to start a Bwarch and Whip forum?
Yeah, no, we're starting right now. Here, you make the first post. What's the first post?
The first post is, I like eggs, guys. Do you like eggs?
Okay, here's the second post. No, eggs are stupid. Nobody could possibly like eggs unless they were a fucking monster. Next question.
Petition to kick Sergeant Whip off the board.
Petition to counter kick Bwarch off the board.
Petition to make myself admin.
Petition to make myself super admin. Haha!
Petition to make, like, a separate, like, Whip board that only Whip can see, and then quarantine him off to that board so they can't see the regular forum.
Petition granted. My forum's better.
This is just with hookers and blow.
Yeah, I got nothing but hookers and blow. Those are the two subject matters on my forum, actually. It's hookers, blow, and how great I am.
It's just those are the three boards.
Yeah, those are the three boards.
Mario, help! Don't mind if I do, actually. I appreciate this boss music. It's got some awesome little percussion bits inside of it. Oh, 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 he died doing what he loved, sleeping. I could go for some of that right now myself, actually. Hey, fuck you, Bowser. So long, Bowser.
Goodbye, homosexual Bowser.
Mario's adventure is over. Thank fucking God! Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. And Luigi is not invited.
Luigi's been asked to take care of the home while they're away.
Amen. Alright, everybody, that was Super Mario World. We didn't take a good shortcut. We actually went through, like, the main path of the game. Didn't go through Star World at all. Kind of sad about that.
Yeah.
I am okay leaving this as a one-stream kind of game. Actually, kind of happy that I got through it in one stream. I know it's that short of a game. People get this done in, like, 15 minutes if they want to take, like, the short route, but...
You didn't do the specialty input code skip that puts you right at the credits, which, as we all know, you're an expert at now.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Look, you did it.
Extra Easter egg, everybody. This was fun to go through again. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's funny to go through Super Mario World on its own, because for anybody who doesn't know, I was in like the Super Mario World like ROM hacking community for a while, so people have done insane shit with this game, with this game's like framework. It has gotten absolutely nuts what people do with Super Mario World ROM hacks. So going back to the original and just enjoying like that like charming like originalness. And that unchanged, like, nature, you know? Like, there's never been, like, another version of this game. There's the sequel. But there is no, like, Mario World 2, like, specifically, you know?
So which one's the sequel?
Yoshi's Island, actually. Yoshi's Island is actually, like, the full title of it is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Which I think is the biggest bullshit, because... it is barely like Super Mario World in how it, like, executes itself. New Super Mario Bros. Is not even worth bringing up. It's just awful. It is so bad compared to just this original.
Just pretend like it didn't happen.
People are talking about how there's a rumor that New Super Mario Bros. U, the Wii U New Super Mario Bros. Is going to be on the Switch soon, getting ported to it. There's
That's what I heard, yeah.
There's rumors spreading. If they do get it, that is the best one out of the New Super Mario Bros. Series. So you Switch owners enjoy that. I actually enjoyed like the challenges for New Super Mario Bros. U, so that was actually kind of worth it for admission alone. Because oh my god, Nintendo actually putting in challenges into a video game specifically? Oh my god! Say it ain't so. Mega Mole. How dare you have a different name than I would expect. Dino Rhino! Dino Torch. Koopas, I never knew them. Swoopers! Blarg. I love Blarg. His name is what he says. It's so simple. How could you possibly get it wrong? It's like getting a Pokemon wrong.
I get Pokemon wrong all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there are 800 of them. So yeah, that's the thing about Nintendo games, as Cynic says, is that they don't get challenging until the post-game, which I think is kind of crappy. Obviously, like Super Mario 3D World, that game gets insanely difficult in the post-game. But it's the post-game, you know, it takes forever to actually get to that point of being difficult, and I hate that. As somebody who likes challenge, like, fairly early on. But maybe I should just shut the hell up considering, like, you know, how I started this stream with bashing on Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
I mean, it's, you know, they really stepped up when you think about the third Super Mario World, Super Mario World Rain World. It's the full title. They don't show it too often, but when they do show the whole title, it says it right there, Super Mario Rain World.
Rain World, the true Mario sequel.
Yeah. Super Mario Rain Roll, it's a mod. They just put the Mario hat on Slugcat.
Donkey Kong Country Returns is a difficult as fuck game even before any post-game shit. Like, Donkey Kong's franchise in general is difficult as hell. In my opinion, for like all the wrong reasons. But that withstanding, like those games are just so hard. Luigi! You're looking a little tubby, my man. I'm supposed to be the only tubby one around here.
You don't have a copyright on tubbiness, Mario. Let me tell you.
You're learning my trademark, Luigi. You're gonna get to
fight.
You're gonna get popped one of these days, Luigi, if you keep on down this road.
Just right in front of the princess, they're like, "I'm the tubby one. No, I'm the tubby one." She's like, "That's not flattering for either of you."
All right. Well, everybody. I think we are good. I'll probably talk for maybe like a couple more minutes, but that shall be the end of the stream. Like I said, fun time, good start to this. If all the streams go this well for the SNES Classic Beat-a-thon, then we can make this a pretty smooth sailing. But some of the games are obviously going to take like, I don't know, 100 hours to actually get through, so it won't be this simple.
Did you are you officially no longer doing Yakuza on stream?
I'm officially no longer doing Yakuza. It hurts my hand, and I got annoyed with it like after I played it the second time because it started doing cryptic bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, excuse me.
I'm considering I can't skip the RPGs because then it's not beating the SNES Classic, and you don't get like bragging rights, and that's the entire point of doing it is bragging rights. So
I'll help you get through it, Bwarch.
I'll just suffer through the RPGs, and some of them I might not even suffer through. Like I said, I think that Earthbound maybe I might enjoy, maybe I might not enjoy. Final Fantasy III, I think there's a really good chance of me actually digging.
Just call the game bullshit at every turn and then move on.
It is a lot of streaming, but it's not impossible, All told, it's probably like 200 hours or 300 hours for the to beat the Super Nintendo Classics library. God, can you tell how tired I am? I don't know if I'm going to be down for doing like anime watching after this. I'm sorry to say.
If you're not up for it, that's fine.
I wish I could, because I would love to hang out, but tired.
Because streaming is not about fun, okay? It's about getting mad viewership and getting an amazing sponsorship and never having to leave your home again.
Getting that mad cash.
Yeah. Rolling in the big bucks.
There's a lot of games I'll be looking forward to on the SNES Classic. I've actually never played Super Punch-Out, but I love Punch-Out. So that's going to be an interesting one to play.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't even know that Super Punch-Out was a thing until like very recently. Like I thought Punch-Out and like Punch-Out Wii were the only Punch-Out like things. And then somebody said Super Nintendo Punch-Out. I was like, what? What? Why did nobody talk about this? Why does nobody talk about this? Is it bad? I don't know. I haven't looked into it because nobody talks about it.
The one on the Wii?
No, there's Super Punch-Out on the Super Nintendo.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm amazed. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off, Whip?
Well, guess I might as well tell everyone about my new faith. I am officially converted to satanic Sikhism, which is a complicated, self-defeating religion, and I would like to invite everyone to try it. So come to the peak of Mount Everest with me tomorrow, and we'll sacrifice our first goldfish together. That's that. Yeah, cynicism. So Cynic knows all about it. You can ask Cynic any questions you have, what the goldfish is about, all of that Cynic can answer because it is cynicism. And
You're coming in at the tail end, Maiku.
yeah, Maiku, you're welcome to come too to participate in Satanic Sikh cynicism. It's a fun, happy religion for the whole family. That's what we're telling people anyway.
Satanic cynicism, more like.
Cynicism. Cynicism for cynic only. Actually, cynic is actually the only one in the religion at the moment.
Cynicism for cynics.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. I'm signing off. I'll be doing, hopefully, some more streaming within the next few days, but we'll see. Good night, everybody.
Bye.